Well, hello there, everyone. It is Wednesday, February the 2nd of 2022. Hopefully this finds you doing outstanding. And please subscribe and go back and watch Michael Zuber's talk with me yesterday if you have not done so. And please like all my videos and comment and feel free to share. And Michael Zuber yesterday said a key phrase. He said a lot of key phrases, but one he stressed, I think, was time in the market, not timing the market. Time in the market, not timing. Okay? Because even I've heard this in different videos or I've read it different places. People talking about, oh, prices are going up. And I've even talked about it, in Indiana where I invest at, in other places. Prices are going up everywhere. Okay? That's just how it goes. Real estate prices can be cyclical. They can go up, go down, but over time, it's like the stock market. Over time, they just keep going up, okay? So more important than timing the market is time in the market, okay? And I learned that with stock investing as well, all right? So, but anyway, what been doing this morning, I've been working on a spreadsheet. I've been updating a spreadsheet. It's a new one for me. I haven't been keeping track of it. I have a subscription to Bigger Pockets, and I've used their calculators for all my properties, but I'm going to stop that subscription. I think it's another month or so. So what I'm doing is I'm transferring information that I had from when I bought my properties, putting them on this spreadsheet, putting all the numbers in there, tax and insurance, all my numbers, vacancies, repairs, capital expenditures, and percentages, and that way I can keep track of all my properties, showing what my positive cash flow is, showing my rent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, my cash on cash returns, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I was looking at some of my original, on Bigger Pockets, some of my original inputs, let's say, for houses that I bought 4 years ago. And I was comparing to what I'm getting in rent now. Pretty much every property that I have bought, rents have gone up, okay? Unless I have done a refinance, which I have done on a few properties. If I still have the same mortgage, which majority of my properties do, the principal and interest have stayed the same. They don't increase. I don't get adjustable rate mortgages. I get 30-year fixed rate mortgages, okay? So the principal and the interest have stayed the same. So as the rents go up, that means my positive cash flow goes up. Now, of course, with that being said, insurance goes up, taxes go up. They do go up. Okay, but principal and interest stay the same. All right, but you got to look at what your taxes are, because when you buy a property, even if you buy your own personal residence, normally you're paying more than what that jurisdiction had it assessed at, and any place around this country may adjust your assessed value based on what you bought it for over the next year or two after you bought it. So almost everybody across the board, when you're buying your personal home or an investment property, there's a good chance, not always, there's a good chance your taxes will increase over the next year or two. And then at any given time, any neighborhood, any jurisdiction, any town, any city, they may adjust taxes up or down. You just don't know. Okay? Same for insurance. Insurance rates are increasing nationwide due to so many natural disasters and whatnot, fraudulent claims. Even here in Florida, I had some folks look at my roof. And the very first person I come at told me I needed a brand new roof, and I have concrete tiles, and I don't need a brand new roof. And he told me to file an insurance claim. He said, look, you can tell them this, this, and this. He pointed out a few things and tell them that's storm damage. And odds are they're going to approve it, and you can get yourself a brand new roof. And I was like, that's insurance fraud. Okay? All I need is my roof repaired, a minor repair. I don't need a brand new roof. My roof still has probably another 15, 20, 30 years on it. It was fraud. Fraud, okay? So people are doing that. I knew police officers where I retired from who did the exact same thing with shingle roofs. They said, oh, I called somebody that was a roofing person. They said it'll cost $20,000 or $10,000, whatever it was, $10,000. But then I called another one. They said, look, you have hail damage. We can file a claim with the insurance company. And the hail damage, I saw pictures of this. I told the officer, this is fraud. You're being part of fraud. And they're like, no, I'm not. The roofer said it was hail damage. I can get a brand new roof. And it's like people just don't understand. When you do something to cheat the insurance company to benefit yourself, you're hurting society. Because it's not just one person doing it. It's everywhere. People are doing this kind of thing. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Okay? Anyway, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent, didn't I? So anyhow, with time in the market, I have noticed all of my rents, like I was saying, have gone up. So what was a good deal, very good deal 3, 4, or 5 years ago has now become a very, very good deal. Some of my positive cash flow, I always reference trying to get, like having a goal of trying to get $250 a month positive cash flow. Okay. Some of my properties that were around that $250 mark, 268, 243, they could be now in the 300s, in the 400s, perhaps even 500, okay, on that, okay? And it's not because of me timing the market, it's the time I have been in the market, okay? As time goes on, we all get more wrinkles, we all get more gray hair, we stoop over a little bit more, our steps slow. It's called the aging process, okay? But a benefit of being a real estate investor as time goes on is that as long as you maintain your properties, okay, that's the key, maintain your properties. Keep a good roof on them, fix things up, don't put band-aids on, do proper repairs, do upgrades as needed, okay? But as long as you maintain them, the rents over time will increase, all right? And over time, your tenants will pay the mortgage down, so eventually your mortgage will be paid off. And when you no longer pay a mortgage, you have much more positive cash flow. But just as rents increase, I'll give you an example, like the triplex that I sold to my tenant Robbie, which his interview's on my channel too. So watch all the interviews if you have not done so. All right, there's 13 interviews on the channel now. All right, so when I bought that triplex, my rents were an average of $600 per unit for 3 apartments. So that's what, $1,800, 300 apartments. Now rents are, right around $1,000. Okay, for easy math, right around $1,000. That's $3,000. $1,800, $3,000. Sure, I renovated that building, but the renovation I did, that extent of a renovation shouldn't have to be done for another 20, 30, 40 years, okay? But maybe periodically every 5 or 10 years, something might be done to it, I don't know. But rents, more than likely, will continue to go up. They might only go up 2%, 3%, 5% in a given year, but so what? They're going up. And I know that market, taxes won't really increase. Insurance might increase, but taxes will probably stay fairly constant. They normally do. Sometimes that area will drop their taxes. So over time, with nothing else happening, as rents go up, the young man's positive cash flow will increase. Okay? Just like when you buy a house, young Darius should have closed on a house by now. Remember I interviewed him the other day. He was closing on a house on Monday, I think it was. His rent, whatever his rent is right now and whatever his positive cash flow is right now, that's good. I think he has a very good deal from what I remember. But as time goes on, he'll get a rent increase. It might be $25, it might be $50, it might be $150. Okay, and I say this because I just entered a house on my spreadsheet. When I bought it, rent was, let me think on that house, $900, $875, maybe $850 to $900. Now rent is $1,200. Another one, rent was $825, and now rent was like $950. Okay, and that's been 3 or 4 years for both those houses since I bought them. So it's time in the market. The other thing with time in the market is as the mortgage is paid down, appreciation on your homes, if you get it, and usually we get appreciation. Now, it's not a given, but as you get more appreciation and you pay the mortgage down, you own more equity in the home. Okay, so as your positive cash flow goes up, you got a good cushion. You got good positive cash flow. There may come a point, and it may be, for an example for myself, it may be a little bit of forced appreciation, getting a good deal, and in a year and a half, enough of a increase has occurred where I sold the property, had that equity in there. But I've done cashback refinances in like 3 years or so after having a property. Okay, so it can vary for every person, every house, every property, every market. All right, but say that time frame of 18 months to 8 years, somewhere in there for almost every property, odds are between mortgage pay down and appreciation, you'll have equity in there, and perhaps you could pull some of that equity out. You could do what's called a cashback refinance. Before you do it, you need to run the numbers, make sure you still positive cash flow. But as long as you positive cash flow, your cash flow will drop. Maybe it was $400 because of rent increases, but maybe it's going to drop back to $250. Okay, and that'd be what, $150 drop. But when it drops back to $250, perhaps you got enough cash back that you can buy 1, 2, 3, or 4 more properties, and each of them cash flow for about $250. So even though you're reducing your cash flow on that one, the others, that cash flow gives you more cash flow. See what I'm saying? Because I did that on both my triplex and my single family home in the Shenandoah Valley. And I basically bought 9 houses from it. And the positive cash flow on the triplex and the single family home both dropped. But the positive cash flow on those 9 dwarfed it. And those 9 houses, rents have all gone up even more since then. So, and then on the triplex and the single family home, those rents had gone up also since the time since I did the refinance. So the cash flow picked back up. Okay. So it's not as important to time the market, it's time in the market. Okay. All right. Good enough. All right. I hope you're loving life and stay safe in all you do. Mazske is signing out.